Correct. All the cabins they might pass by have been checked. Remember to report to lead researcher Asta. We'll deal with problems outside the base zone later. Ah, it's you. Sorry, this is embarrassing. We suddenly had some stuff come up. I wanted to take care of it before you arrived, but I can't seem to even get a break around here. Never mind about that. Here, this is for you. I made it this morning, and I've been keeping it warm. That's right. I spent a long time wondering what to give you. In the end, I realized I should stick to what I'm good at. Miss Asta loves my fried rice, so I hope you like it too. Sorry it's so noisy here. I wanted to find somewhere quieter where I could get your feedback, but... Miss Asta said that gratitude has to be sincere. It's a shame that I had to finish it up so hastily. Some big shot suddenly decided to visit the space station today. Everyone has been in a hurry since the announcement. They're all worried that a bad impression could damage Madame. Miss Asta said that the guest appears to be Madame Herta's research partner. If he's doing research with her, he must be famous throughout the galaxy. Look at the time. The guest is almost here. If you're curious, just follow the crowd. Miss Asta...
So this visitor is...
Get ready.
Hypothesis. Thought always precedes word. And yet, I can't find the words for this moment. It's good to see you, Asta. I apologize. I'm 4 minutes and 13 seconds earlier than the appointed time. I hope it's not a...
Of course not, Mr. Scrollum. Welcome to Herta Space Station.
No need for formalities, Asta. Herta Space Station is where knowledge converges. Here we celebrate the equality of thought. Such collaboration between organic life forms is magnificent and efficient. You're rebuilding the space station far quicker than I could have imagined.
We appreciate your high praise, Mr. Scrollum. Would you like me to show you around? Since the last summit, we've launched several new research projects focused on silicone-based matrices.
Well, that sounds lovely, but I do have a meeting with Herta, so let's put the new surprises on hold for now.
Madame Herta should be in her office. I'll take you there. Right this way.
Sure. And you are?
Hey!
Judging by this fellow's surprised reaction, you must be the one Herta is always talking about. She's quite curious about you, as am I. What is it like to live in symbiosis with a Stellaron? I hope we'll have sufficient time in the future to get to know each other and answer.
Sorry, I wanted to show you around, but now I don't think I'll be able to get away. All right, see you later.
Strange. It should be around here somewhere. Maybe it's hidden inside Madame Herta's portrait. Huh? Do you need something? If you're looking for the front desk, just go straight through those... Such a concerned and responsive tone. You must be the one everyone's been talking about recently. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Leonard, a cyber... You probably know that this place was recently attacked by the Antimatter Legion. Now that the station is being rebuilt, my job is to repair equipment and restore... But during the repair process, I discovered some anomalies. The access records show that a third party other than the Legion... I don't know who or what it was. Actually, we suspect that it may have been the Stellaron Hunters. It's an elusive group and very dangerous. Every member is on the IPCs. They include a super hacker from Punk Lord. I'm ashamed to admit, a while ago I discovered her whereabouts during a screening process. I was planning to follow the clues to find more details about her, but I felt... Can you guess what happened next? She reverse hacked my device, sent out a bunch of spam, made a video game open to the space station, and told everyone that an idiot... Ugh, I don't want to think about it. Now that everything is calmed down, I thought they'd be on my case already. The silver lining? Madame Herta was generous enough... Hence, my silver lining. You know Madame Herta. If she's really interested in something, it doesn't matter what anyone... To put it simply, the leaders have given me an opportunity. How could I not cherish it? If I can make up for my mistakes and do a good job, I may have a chance to prove myself. This time, I plan to start from inside the space station and see if I can find some clues to trace the intruder's steps. Maybe I can find the blind spot I missed before. I designed a decoding program. Look, it looks like a camera, but it's actually a detector. We should be able to find hidden clues with it. Just like... What are you talking about? Unbelievable! Why would something like this be in the space station? The staff wouldn't even dare. So this is what we're looking for? This suspicious... Wait a sec. Oh, I see. This is electronic graffiti that appears to represent... Punk. We need to decipher it if we want to find any culpatory evidence. Ugh, you got me there! I got caught. Let me think. Maybe I've been under too much stress recently and I subconsciously want a friend. Anyway, if I were to find clues... just do me a favor. It won't take up too much of your time. Here, just point it at the graffiti. Me to death! Did you see that? It seemed like something popped. But look! Just like I guessed, this graffiti is encrypted. If we decipher it, the surveillance camera captured her face. Silver Wolf. It's exactly the same as the photo on the eyepiece. Is this a transmitter beacon? Oh, I see. She probably ran into the Antimatter Legion during... We accidentally activated the beacon again just now, and they were brought back. Beacon transmission that doesn't require a power source and can be implemented solely through computation? No wonder they were able to break into the space station. Well, I don't share your optimism. If it wasn't for you, I'd probably be... Anyway... There's a strange signal nearby. Maybe it's another piece of graffiti. even put down a question mark. They must be making fun of us. She went towards the base zone. Yep. Disappeared again? This thing keeps cutting out when I'm deciphering it. She must have stopped here for a bit. Let's look around.
Your fake ID info is ready.
Ah, so that's what happened. She sneaked in first, then helped her partner in through the main door. It's a classic hacking operation. She used my... I never noticed that there was an issue with this record. I subconsciously glanced right past it when I saw my own name. It's an honest mistake! The reaction of any ordinary person is to check for unfamiliar names, right? The graffiti's location is quite interesting. It feels like she's... I heard from a friend that the hackers on Punk Lord have a tradition. When they hack, they purposely leave something behind for people to discover. They call this the Punk Lord mentality. There can only be competition when there's rivalry, and there can only be excitement when there is competition. I don't understand that way of thinking. But it seems like this graffiti might have been the same thing happened last time as well. I was so close to the target, but got a... You're right. It doesn't help to dwell on past failures. Ah, she seems to be leaving. Let's keep up. They seem to be heading toward the monitoring room. Another graffiti. They're all different too. She really put some thought into this. Huh? Is this section of the record damaged? She went through the wall and disappeared. That's highly unlikely. I bought this detector just last week. Let's talk about that. Hold on, I got it. It might be an effect from a curio. There was a pre-established folded space here, and no wonder she kept going through the curio collection index. This space is connected to the Stellaron room. Do you still remember it? That's where they put the Huh? What are you muttering about? Why would they leave you here if their objective was the Stellaron? With her capabilities, all she would have needed to do was make another beacon. She would have been able to escape with the Stellaron. Huh? There's no graffiti here. Ugh, so strange. Did she really leave just like that? She came all this way. Oh, they did leave you behind. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. Oh, me? That's how I feel when I wake. I can't help but feel there's more that they're after. I really hope I can find something that's useful to you. Otherwise, I'll feel bad for having you do so much work. The more I talk about it, the worse I feel. I should probably find something that I can do. There's a... Whoa, look here! There's a strange access log in the... It looks like the log time occurred during the Legion's invasion. The researchers would have already been evacuated by then. Could it have been her? And could it be that... I just realized something. We need to go to the curio... Just as I thought. She was here! I just remembered that Madame Herta has a game cartridge named Punk Lord Mentality. You remember it, right? It's actually on the list of... I wasn't able to put the two together before. If the hacker has a person... I got it! I got it now! This... Look, in the end, they didn't take... She was so interested in the Curio Collection Index that she stayed in the space station even after her mission was complete. She knew we would be looking for the Stellaron Hunters and used it as her cover. Hold on, though. Something doesn't add up. The curios are Madame Herta's most prized possessions. All the visit requests are sent to... Some researchers tried to gain access to the curios for research purposes once, but they didn't get proper authorization. She caught them. You got me there. But with this, we should go and check the main control room. Wait, don't move. I get chills just looking at the space station monitors now. Just perfect. Not only did she shut off all the access logs, she shut off all the terminal transmissions too. I thought it was the Legion. This wouldn't have been a high priority issue. The space station's to-do list. I am curious though. She paused the terminal transmissions, but didn't touch... As a Stellaron hunter, she leaves the Stellaron behind. As a hacker, she doesn't delete the local log. Relax, friend. I've done this 1,000,000 times. Look at this... See? I was right. There was something fishy about the local data she... Now we can browse through the Curio access logs. Huh? That can't be right. This Curio does... From the way things look, yes. The records show that this Curio was last sent to... I'm seriously confused. What did she come here for? She wouldn't have put the graffiti... No, if I start thinking like that, I may as well give up now. I have to fully investigate every lead...
That's not gonna happen. I'll say it again. I don't care what Runmei said to you, but there's no chance we're shutting down the simulated universe.
Herta, I've made my decision. Question. What have we invested into this project? Hundreds of system hours, the resources of an entire planet, and what have we gotten in return? Unknowns, confusion, and a series of errors. In the beginning, we defined the simulated universe as a miniature world that could be used to discover the traces of the eons. But now, it's become something far removed from—
The simulated universe is bound to make errors. You said that yourself, and that's exactly what we're experiencing. Why is that a problem all of a sudden?
I adore the vast amount of knowledge, but I cannot accept that the simulated universe remains simply a Herta, think about it. How many surprises has this project?
The simulated universe never disappointed me. Do you really think of yourself as someone so exceptionally amazing?
Herta, I don't mean to question you, nor do I want to deny the hard work you've put. I just want to give more room for knowledge and inspiration to grow freely.
That's enough. Leave if you don't want to be part of this. Go tell the other two yourself. Oh, and take your tech with you. I can go find Adrian Taylor, or the red-nosed old man from Epsilon, or even the Intelligentsia Guild. Screw 'em. We've known each other for a long time. You're nothing but a piece of ice-cold...
My apologies, madam. This all started with me. I was the one that brought up the request to end our academic collaboration. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Herta, or... However, we have our differences when it comes down to our long-term vision for the future. These differences will often manifest. Deep down, I want to continue to believe in Herta. The question is whether one should end a collaboration that no longer holds true to its original intent. Are you worried about her? Thank you for the humor. It is good for the emotions of organic life are like tides. It is my fault for not noticing the trajectory of the moon. Let Herta be alone. As for the simulated universe, if that's the reason you're here, maybe I can... Search. Bonfire in the depths of the woods. A lone stone sword points. That is a love letter a Galaxy Ranger has written for the universe. Young madam, it is a planet made of data and symbols. The edges of reality and illusion are blurred in Punk Lord, as are an ether cartridge is a chip that Punklordian hackers use to edit reality. The ways through which a hacker perceives and modifies them. It's a recording of the hacker's life and proof of their existence. The one on the space station, he became a Galaxy Ranger by accident and spent many long years traveling among the stars. He encountered countless fascinating individuals and saw wonders witnessed by few. Many of the records and details recorded therein are beyond the knowledge of even the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild. That is why it became part... Yes. No need to worry, my friend. The cartridge has never left the... It's, as I said, it is a very important reference for the simulated universe. That Herta was probably impulsive and added the cartridge into the simulation without telling anyone, resulting in the item being listed as lost. I understand your concern. If the individual in question did indeed try to hack into Herta's office, then as such, please allow me to offer my limited abilities to assist you with... As you already know, the simulated universe will be shut down temporarily. It will remain shut. Yes, this is the last chance to... By way of apology for shutting down the simulated universe, I will use my ability. This is my recommendation. Please. Well, madam, take your time.
Did you hear that? I was so scared I couldn't utter a single word. The simulated universe? Shut down? That's Madam Wait! This isn't my fault, is it? This is terrible. Still, beating myself up all the time won't help either. We're here having heard what Mr. Scroolum said. You're entering the simulated universe. I'm afraid I won't be able to accompany you. I'll be helping Mr. Scroolum monitor the systems and... Anyway,
Well, madam. Very well. I will be sending you into the simulated universe using an alternative method. This will help us quickly locate the cartridge in the vast sea of data. We'll... Young madam, are you all... You are now inside the data link of the Ether cartridge. Hacker? Oh. Conclusion. That is a holographic record that the simulated universe has created. You were right. The enemy's invasion has spread to the deepest parts of the simulated universe. They were only a hair away from the... Young madam, please stay still. Allow me to...
Hey, you.
I initiated the simulation flow. This is just a record of the past. Please listen and don't interrupt her. We may be able to find out more of...
First off, I'm not obsessed with it. On Punk Lord, the stories of the cartridge are no different from textbooks. I'm not interested in something that everybody else... Secondly, it's not some kind of video game cartridge. It's an Ether cartridge. It's the second... Do you understand what that actually means? With that cartridge, if a guy went to a movie premiere and bought some mixed popcorn, you'd be able to know the... Lastly, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not obsessed with it. The reason I'm still rambling about it is to make sure that you know how... Alright, let's get going. We have to move quickly. This place is different from the rest of the space station.
It is safe to assume that 2 people entered the simulated universe. Her and her companion. Interesting. You are now taking the point of view of the companion. She will react to your...
You time for a buzz.
Here, the thunder!
Time for a buzz. Time for a buzz.
Conflict is pitiless!
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Fork in the road, huh? I got this. Wanna pick one first? Give your beloved it.
Technically, she is asking her companion to choose. The record will continue forward, even...
Wrong choice. The correct... What? Why won't you believe me? Told you, it's the right side, the right. Not what we're looking for. Ugh, why would Herta put something like this inside the simulated universe? Never mind, I miscalculated.
She's actually on the correct path. She just needs to continue a little further. I trust that she too will realize. We've met only once. Stellaron Hunter, Silver Wolf. We fought against one another before. Herta was there as well. It was more like a test than a duel. She would attack, and I would defend. Neither of us gave. I never thought our next meeting would take place under these circumstances. I believe the continuation of our last encounter will suit.
What the? This was the right way all along. Ugh.
Seems like we can now continue.
Oh, back to the space station again. A riddle? Where's the skip button? Time for a buzz.
Show no mercy.
Fight is good! What's in your prescription?
Conflict is pitiless. Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
Finally, almost there. There's even a miniature Herta over here. Eesh. A little narcissistic, isn't she? The whole space station is filled with her face. I was planning on adding a mustache for her, but the spray didn't work. The entire space station feels like it's made of paper, but her portrait is...
She's talking about that portrait in the elevator room, no? Herta commissioned me to design an encryption tool for her. That's correct. The ether cartridge data is in the next room. Yes, that incongruous feeling has persisted. She came for the Stellaron, but showed a strong interest in the curios. And just as we found out about the existence of the ether cartridge, I must admit, this feels less like a chase and more like a chance encounter. I recall a story about Punk Lord. It is said that graffiti is a special kind of symbol there. Whether it be for competition or for joy, they leave a trail in the places they visit. One symbol after another linked. And would this ongoing affair not be part of such an endeavor? In which case, let us...
Trickier. Time for a buzz. This is double speed. You bully!
Conflict is pitiless.
Time for a buzz.
Here is thunder.
Time for a buzz.
Look, we found it. The ether cartridge is here. There is an unwelcome third party here with us. If what we are seeing constitutes past images of Silver Wolf, then for her to have made it this far would have entailed the disappearance of the cartridge. We can only I believe that she was indeed able to hack into Herta's office, but she didn't stay there for very long. After all, even the best hacker wouldn't be able to find a specified target in the vast ocean of the simulator.
Unless she had someone. You want to explain it to her first? I can see the confusion in her eyes.
The final results are on the display table, young madam. Take a closer look if you wish. We have plenty of time left. I will You've guessed correctly. The person that stands before you, she left herself a back door in the office, performed a proxy hack the moment you entered the simulated universe. I must say, she really is a masterful actor. The graffiti is like a two-way data tunnel. You can use it to retrace the trail she leaves behind, and she can monitor your progress. I fear she may well have had the whole thing planned out before hacking the space station. The graffiti... I'm sorry. Herta forbade me from disclosing any information beforehand. However, the way I see it, the most important elements were dedication. Well then, were you satisfied, Miss Silver Wolf?
Huh. You knew it all. I knew it would be hard to fool you. All that talk you were spouting along the way was meant for me, wasn't it?
It is a joy and an honor to have the opportunity to face off against you once again. Herta said that this cartridge would be able to lure in...
So, the business about shutting down the universe and the argument with Herta was all just
That is up to you to interpret. Herta and I have always been frank with one another. Sharp conversations of that nature happen on a regular basis. It wouldn't be fit... Miss Silver Wolf is truly a talented hacker. Not only did she calculate everything ahead of time, she has numerous variables, and news of my sudden visit to the space station was probably the only uncontrollable variable in her plan. And with my arrival came the nightmare of shutting down the simulated universe. That would have ruined her plans and all her preparations. You now know everything.
Everything? No. You're wrong about the most important part. You think I came here out of desperation, but I've been bursting with excitement this whole time. Do you know how happy I was when you showed up, Screwlum? I haven't had the thrill of a formidable opponent in such a long time. The Legion is nothing but a bunch of cavemen, and the IPC were a disappointment. Only reality is nothing but a game. But what's the point of a game if it can't make you happy? An invitation letter and a challenge letter were sent to me from two geniuses.
You're confident you'll be able to get out of this in one piece.
That's right. And I'm bringing this with me.
Oh, a copy.
Why else would I entertain so much small talk? You're not the only one stalling for time. I'm guessing that Herta is hiding in a corner somewhere, trying to pull off a reverse hack from where I hacked in. You, on the other hand, are... And I'm looking forward to it. How do you plan on stopping me this time? Are you going to turn the simulated universe into a black box? Or are you going to work with the IPC and put together a cross-galactic... The long-awaited result will finally be determined. There will only be one victor today.
My apologies, Miss Silver Wolf, but none of what you are hoping for will be happening today. You...
Huh? Leave? But why? Aren't you trying to catch me? Don't you want to cuff me and exile me on some
Your creativity has proven interesting. However, I have nothing to do with your quarrel with the space station.
I'm gonna leave with this cartridge then.
That's just a duplicate. Correction, not only is the one in your possession a duplicate, but so is the one here. The real curio was transferred elsewhere at the very beginning. Conclusion.
What if I attack the space station again?
It would have nothing to do with me. But I must warn you, it is likely that someone would step forward to stop you.
Then, what if I were to destroy...
I'm sorry, but that simply isn't possible. Ether editing isn't capable...
What is the point of this, then? You guys went out of your way to put together this...
That's right. This way, the game that you so carefully orchestrated is now pointless, is it not? There's no point in a game if it's no longer... Silver Wolf, I know what you're after. The IPC's shackles won't be able to hold you, and jail is but another game to you. Herta and I came to an understanding. We will no longer enable you and... However, Herta felt that this would be too easy on you, and wanted to add something of her own. And that is why, in this very moment, she has reverse-hacked you and located all your interastral network accounts. A total of 7. How would it be if the IPC were to freeze all of them? Include...
What? Hey,
And she logged out. Games are always fun in the eyes of a child, but to an adult, it's about time we were on our way.
A flawless victory! Hope you got it. I couldn't care less about what happened with the space station, but I will surely repay the favor. I already notified someone at the IPC to freeze all her accounts. She's probably crying in...
Thank you, young madam. Your and Mr. Leonard's contributions were a necessity to our victory. Do you have any other questions regarding... Her ultimate goal was always the ether cartridge, but she developed an alternative objective in challenging Herta and me in the process. All those complicated puzzles and unnecessary ploys, nothing more than... If you are referring to the back doors Silver Wolf left behind, we have cleared out all of them, except for the... Don't worry. The space station is not as fragile as you think. Whether it's cosmic warfare or the incident that just took... Please, ask away. Certainly not. Although Madame Herta and I have our differences in terms of research direction, the simulated universe is our shared... On the contrary, I plan on staying here for a while to see up close what kind of surprise... There is no one answer to that question, my friend. To sentimental, organic life forms, it could be the first falling leaf in the change of seasons, or the marks carved onto someone through the swarm that follows its instincts. It might be the sight of fresh meat in their compound eye, and for me, perhaps the image of symbols woven together. Of course, I've also heard that the answer is nothing more than a medium-rare cattle steak, salt-baked Kalia lemongrass, Herman compound milk, and a portion of fried rice, prepared. All I need is energy. I would never forsake the delights of the culinary world in the interests of efficiency. Now, it is possible. Well, young madam, our destination may differ, but there are still countless opportunities for our paths to cross. The pursuit of knowledge.
So, the reason Madame Herta wanted me to continue the investigation was to lure her out of hiding? That never crossed my mind! She said I did. Can you believe it? I've just been acknowledged by Madame Herta! This is something I don't have to worry about being fired anymore.
This chapter has come to a conclusion. Come, let us close.
It's gone. It's all gone. They seriously left nothing behind. They went too far this time.
All right. Stop with the tantrum. You're not...
I am not.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what are you gonna do now, huh? Hack an IPC branch?
If it were just 1 or 2 accounts, sure. I kind of overdid it this time. I lost basically everything. A branch office probably won't be enough.
What, you're going alone? That's the IPC's headquarters.
Yep, just me.
I probably won't be able to. I'm an Elliot.
Oh, right. That story doesn't sound like it fits me.
I hope you have a good time and...
Don't worry. I've already got an idea. You see that cloud diner just 2 kilometers from here? A few temps from the building material logistics department just stepped...
Getting a move on already? I would have thought you'd at least want to spend some time with that cartridge you were
I told you. I'm not obsessed with it. Besides, there's fun to be had along the... A game is a game, and that's all there is to it.